Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be previewing the Inter Milan versus Arsenal game in the Champions League. I'm going to be taking you through some talking points in regards to the game, what my expectations are, what my match prediction is and starting lineup prediction is, and also what I expect from this game going forward. And if you're new around here, please consider hitting that like and share button. And most importantly, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way in helping me grow this channel. So without further ado, let me get straight into it. Inter Milan versus Arsenal, what can we say? It's been a while since Arsenal played Inter Milan in any sort of club competitions over the years. I believe the last time these two clubs played was in 2003 Champions League game when we came out winners. We won 5-1 at the San Siro. We all know what happens. If you're an Arsenal fan, you exactly know what happens. Basically, Thierry Henry demolished Inter Milan, let's put it that way. But to the present day, obviously a lot has changed over the years. A lot of both teams have gone through a rebuild in regards to their team, their squad, their players, and obviously the managers and the personnel in both clubs are definitely a lot different than what it looked like in 2003. So I'm going to be taking you through some talking points, as I said. So obviously the first thing is, what do I expect from this game? Honestly, it's one of those things where going into this game, do we need to win? Do we have to win? We don't have to win. We can go away. It's a tough away game, let's be honest. Inter Milan are not currently a pushover. If you look at their league form in their current league at the moment, they're not doing too bad. They are second in their league at the moment. They have won 4 of their last 5 games. I believe they've scored like 25 goals and only conceded 13. So it's fair to say going into this game, Inter Milan are in a better form compared to Arsenal. Arsenal obviously have lost their last 2 out of 3 Premier League games. Tough games, obviously, tough start for Arsenal in the Premier League so far, but no excuses. It's also fair to say that Arsenal have had a lot of injuries, suspensions. There have been a lot of changes in the squad. A lot of players playing out of positions. There is no continuity. There is no cohesion when it comes to Arsenal so far this season. In comparison to last season, where we hardly had any injuries, we hardly had any suspensions, and a lot of the players, they played together for the majority of the season. Whereas this season, in comparison, we haven't had any of that so far. So going into this game, when you look at both teams, it's fair to say that Inter Milan will probably go into this game as current favourites compared to Arsenal in regards, obviously, to their league form. So I think the only saving grace, I don't know if it is a saving grace, but we've got good news and bad news going into this game, which is Declan Rice obviously has been reported that he did not travel with the squad to feature in this game. There are news to suggest that Declan Rice picked up a knock. It's probably not as serious as people are making it out to be. It's just precaution to obviously save him for the Chelsea game on the weekend. So we're hoping that it's nothing serious when it comes to Declan Rice, and hopefully he'll be able to feature in the Chelsea game on the weekend. But in regards to this game, the good news is the club captain Martin Odegaard is back. He's been back in training. He's travelled with the squad. We don't know how many minutes he's going to be able to feature in this game. He's even going to be able to start from the beginning of the game, or does he come on later on as the game progresses, depending on how the game obviously is panning out, and maybe just get some minutes into his legs, ready for the fixture against Chelsea on the weekend. I mean, when you look at this game in regards to the comparison but for both teams, it's fair to say that Inter Milan are quite strong at the moment, especially going forward. There's going to be a lot of challenges in the midfield when it comes to the midfield battle, which then goes to ask the question or beg the question as to how do we now go forward in that midfield, considering that Declan Rice is not going to be available for this game, which then obviously brings me into my predicted starting lineup. So again, Calafiori obviously is out, Tomiyasu is out, Timber is there. We don't know what's going on with Ben White at the moment. Is he going to be 100% fit? Probably not. Is he going to be able to feature in this game? Probably. So basing my assumption on the current availability of the squad, I'll be going with the starting lineup of David Raya in goal. If Ben White is fit and he is able to start, personally, I'd be starting him at right back. So Ben White, right back, Saliba, Gabriel. Then you've got Yuri Timber at left back. Then you've got Thomas Partey as a number 6, as per usual. I did say in my last video, I just personally feel that playing Thomas Partey on the right and right back position doesn't work for Arsenal. As we saw in the Newcastle game, there was hardly, if any, overlapping in supporting Bukayo Saka or Martinelli on the left. So Yuri Timber and Partey couldn't overlap at all. So I just personally feel right now, Partey has been playing well this season. His best position is that number 6 role. I totally get it, honestly, because of the injuries and suspensions and the interchanging of the squad week in, week out, that Partey had to play right back. But I think in a game like this, I believe that he should go back into the midfield, considering Declan Rice ain't playing. So the midfield for me would be Thomas Partey. Then you've got Mikel Merino. So he'll be starting in this game now. What begs the question now is who plays in that number 10 role? Honestly speaking, because we've still got some more games in this Champions League to go, and it's a tough away game, and I would be tempted in this game to start Ethan Nwaneri. It is a massive game, I totally get it, but I just feel when you look at the performances over the last couple of weeks in regards to, let's say, Trossard, he didn't play well against Newcastle. Let's be fair, a lot of the players didn't, but I just feel like it's time to give Nwaneri a chance. So I'll just be putting him in, considering we've still got Odegaard and Trossard to potentially come on. So my midfield 3 would be Partey, Mikel Merino and Nwaneri. And obviously up front would be Martinelli, Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka, which then leaves us the bench of Odegaard. You've got Sterling, you've got Jesus, you've got Trossard potentially to come on in that forward line, then probably Zinchenko, you know, and in terms of the defence and so forth, and Kivior and all of them guys there that can potentially come on depending on how the game goes. I do reckon, obviously, when you look at the players to watch in this game, obviously Bukayo Saka is one of the players to watch out for this game. But I do also reckon that in terms of Inter Milan's attack, we do need to be mindful of Martinez. He's a player at the moment. He's scoring. He's playing well. He's a great striker. So I do think he's going to be a challenging game for our defence going into this game. It's going to be a tough away game. We do know San Siro can be quite loud and intimidating at times. So I just feel like we need to be pragmatic in regards to how we approach this game. And I also feel like as fans as well, I do know, because we are coming off the back of a loss against Newcastle, we'll be expecting a good professional performance from Arsenal going into this game. But I do want to urge us just to be calm a little bit going into this game, especially it's a tough away game. And I just feel like don't expect us to come at the blocks and go in all guns blazing for this game. We're not. We're going to sit back. Probably Inter Milan are going to have the majority of the ball going into this game, and we're just going to have to pick them out as of when we have the chance and probably play on a counter-attack. I don't feel it's a game that we can actually go and put high pressure on or play a high line and put high press. I just think we need to be a bit pragmatic and a little bit professional, because as I said, Inter Milan, they've got good low blocks, they've got good midfield, they've got good attacking players. So I just feel like we can't take this game for granted thinking we're going to go there and it's going to be a pushover. It's definitely not going to be. So I just feel like, yeah, we just need to be quite pragmatic and not expect too much from these players. My predictions in regards to this game, honestly, I wouldn't mind if we came away with a draw. It does put us in a good position when you look at the current table in the new Champions League format. You've got teams like Real Madrid obviously losing, Manchester City losing. So this potentially will give us a chance to try to cement our position in that top 8 in that table. So hopefully that is what will happen. I honestly wouldn't mind going away with a draw. A win would be a massive bonus for us. But if we go away with a draw, I'll be more than happy with that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This is my match preview for the Inter Milan versus Arsenal game. I do think that it's going to be a really good game. So let's see how it goes. But let me know what your comments are. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below more. And yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm not expecting a great out performance against Inter Milan, but I'm expecting us to not get smacked up. Let me know your comments. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll be talking to you guys after the game. Take care, Gooners.